everyone, welcome to Fawntastic Crafts. My name is Fawn. In the previous video, I sublimated face mask using the template that I created. Making the template that fits almost perfectly to the blank mask was a way for me to save on ink and sublimation papers. As you know, craft supplies can be expensive, so I always thrive on looking for a way to save money. I think I'm going to create a Patreon account for my YouTube channel in the future. What do you think? Okay, I'm going to focus on making animated character face masks and keychain today. So please watch it to the end to see the final results. So the following products that I will be using are lint roller, blank paper, sublimation paper, cotton gloves, polyester face mask, scissors, heat resistant tape, tape dispenser, sublimation printer. This is an Epson ET3760. I encourage you to watch the first video that I made. I converted the regular printer into a sublimation printer. If you decide to venture into sublimation, then I must warn you, it can be an addictive hobby. Now the last thing is a heat press. I purchased this 1 year ago from Stahl. I'm not sure if this model is still available. I'll put a link to something similar from Amazon that you can purchase. I'm using the Canva Pro version. Since I use it quite a bit, I find it beneficial to pay a little extra. There are so many features, templates, photos, and colors to choose from. I find myself relying more on Canva for all different types of projects now. However, you can get the basic for free. I already have my dimensions for all three artboards that I'll be using. The first artboard is 8.5 inches wide by 11 inches tall. It's going to be the final design ready to print. This is also the dimension of the sublimation paper. Artboard is a 2.5 inches wide by 1.6 inches tall for the keychain. Artboard is a 6.6 inches wide by 6.4 inches tall for the mask template. The last time I had it slightly smaller, I was nervous about cutting it too close. To ease my anxiety, I'm setting it slightly larger this time. I'm on the mask artboard. I uploaded the mask template. I'm stretching out the template as far toward the edge of the artboard as possible. The dimension is 5.9 inches by 6.4 inches. It's the square box, not the dimension of the mask. But this is pretty close to the size that I want. I hope it makes sense. I'm going with this animated character first that I already have on file. The white box surrounding the character that you can't see, but it does consider a background. I click on Edit Image, then BG Remover. BG stands for Background Remover. I had mentioned in several of my videos how much I love this feature. Depending on the size and the image background, it could take an extra few seconds to complete the process. I think this flower background will do well with this character. I want the character to stand out, so I'm going to make the background lighter. I click on transparency and slide the bar to the left. Keep in mind, the color will always sublimate darker than what you see here. I see a black spot that I'm going to remove. I'm still trying to figure out how to erase without having to go back to the BG remover and start the whole process all over again. I can now enlarge the character and arrange it as close to the edge of the larger part without going over the template. I flip the image. You don't have to, it's just a personal preference. Now that I'm good with the placement of the background and the character, I duplicate by clicking on the double square on the right top of the artboard. On the second artboard, I move the character to the opposite side and flip the mask to mirror the first page. Before you can flip the background, you have to send it backward. My first animated face mask is complete. I highlight each of the board and group it. You don't have to take this extra step. I did it to ensure that I did not accidentally move the image that I already had in place. I copy and paste it onto the 8.5 by 11 artboard. I arrange to make sure it fits right without any overlaps. This is just another way that I utilize every inch of the sublimation paper. I still have more space on this page, so I'm going to make keychains. I'm on a 2.5 by 1.6 artboard. I upload the keychain template that I created. I'll be happy to share how I created the template if I get enough requests. The actual size of the keychain is 2 inches wide by 1 inches tall. I resize it as close to the edge of the artboard as possible. I position it to the center. I will use this character. I enlarge and position the image to the center. I think light pink background would look great. I made sure the template covered the background completely. It looks so pretty. I group it, copy it, and paste it to the 8.5 by 11 artboard. I can fit 4 keychain pictures on here. I'm going to make another mask. I open up another artboard. I delete the second page and ungroup the first. I delete the image and move the mask backward to bring the background forward. I can now remove the background. I upload another animated character. I want to use this image here. Again, I click on the edit image and the BG remover to remove the background. I made some adjustments to the character. I flipped the image. You don't have to. Since the leg is cut off a bit, I want to place it way past the bottom of the mask template. It looked just better that way. I'm going with light gradient yellow to complement the character's hair. I duplicate and work on mirroring the second page to the first page. I can group, copy, and paste it to the 8.5 by 11 artboard. I'm making another keychain by following the same process as before. I highly recommend watching all the way to the end and rewatch it, and you'll see it makes sense the second time around. This video gives you a basic process, but you can use any character and background color to your liking. I recommend you play around with it. The possibility is endless and you'll have so much fun. Now that you got the basic idea, I'm going to make a few more. Okay, I got all the images done. I'm going to open it up and send it to my printer. I'll see you in a bit. I got my printouts. Let me cut them all and I'll start the process going. I got so much attention from the animated mask that I made for my daughter's friend. They want me to make more videos on it, But since there's so many anime characters and it would take days to feature all of them, so that is why I only used a few demonstrations for this video. By the way, I post my video every Thursday at 2 p.m. Pacific time. Eventually, I'll be posting more than one video per week, so please subscribe and turn on the notification bell. You'll be notified when the video is posted. Here, I'm using Luxe Mask that I purchased from Amazon. I'll be sure to put the link down below, as well as all the product I'm using on this video. I always try to remember to use the lint roller. I made these pillows to use for sublimating the face mask. I think having this pillow would help smooth out the wrinkles. It helps to sublimate evenly throughout the mask. I hope it makes sense. I place the pillow between the fold of the mask. I'm going to give it a press for a few seconds to get rid of the wrinkles as well as the moisture from the mask. I can now line up the printout to the mask. Using heat-resistant tape to keep it from shifting during the process. I got one side done. I place a small piece of paper in the fold of the mask. This helps the ink from getting on the inside of the mask. I also tape part of the elastic to prevent the ink from getting on the ink. Now that I got it all prepped, I'm moving it to my heat press. I place a blank paper on the bottom as well as one on the top. This process is to keep any ink from getting on the mask or the plate of the heat press. I set the heat to 380 degrees at the 55-second press time. Previously, I had it 380 degrees at 50-second press time. I just want to see if it makes any difference on the image. The first side is done. I turn it over and give it another 55-second press. I accidentally placed a small piece of paper between the image of the mask. Then I tried to correct it, but it did not work out. The rest of the mask looks great. I'm so in love with the color choice that I made. Now I can sublimate the keychains. It is the same sublimating process. However, I changed it to 65-second press time and a little lighter press from 8 to 7. The first one is done. I'm checking it before proceeding to the second side. This one was taped down wrong. I'm just going to take it out. I can't wait to see how it turns out. Oh, I love it. I'm going to make more. I can't stop. I think I'm addicted to sublimating. I should have a weekly virtual group meeting for all the crafters that are addicted to the sublimation projects. Oh. So what do you think of the final process? I encourage you to give it a try and let me know how it turned out for you. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope to see you next time. Stay positive. Bye for now.